All right, I'm back. It's raining. It is the end of the autumn or fall anime season. So, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what time it is. Shonen, 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 shonen trash boy time. So, without further ado, I am your host, MetroMeta, the one who stands above all others, the Oracle, and today we're going to be discussing an anime that I've been getting more and more into as time goes by and might have gotten a bit of a bad rap when it came out. So, let's get into today's quote from what I will tentatively call the slightly underrated, slightly overlooked, the strange but syndicated, the sinful yet soul-filling show that calls itself Black Clover. I'm not joining the Magic Knights so I can have a good time and avoid working hard. I'm here to work my butt off and become Wizard King. The great and powerful Asa speaks, and may we all shout in his name. Asa game. Alright, let's get to it. As I spoke at the Super Flow Bro podcast this week, I feel that we as a culture have begun to have this ideal of resignation. We have resonated ourselves to believe that society is the way it is and there's nothing we can do to change it. We fight, we march, we vote, and yet everything's still a mess. However, this is why I think Black Clover itself is such an important show to be watching right now, because its ideals are purely based on just the core love of hard work and doing what it takes to be just seen by people, just to make it in this world. And I think it sets itself apart from many other shonen, partly because it embraces the fact that it is just the pinnacle of shonen, that it is the shonen of shonen, the shonen trash boy shonen that all shonen trash boys want. But I think it sets itself apart even more so because Asta is an outsider. While many animes, such as Naruto, such as just My Hero Academia, all make their protagonist seem like an outsider, seem like somebody who doesn't measure up to what it means to be whatever they're achieving, whether it's ninjas or whether it's a true hero. Black Clover doesn't work to make their character live up to that expectation. And that's a very big difference. Like, when you look at Naruto, yes, he did not succeed as a traditional ninja would have succeeded. He relied on different tactics, but he was still extremely skilled. He was still extremely powerful when he was a child. He was still the child of the 4th Hokage and the last descendant of the Uzumaki clan. He still had a lot of prestige and a lot of leeway in the village. He had a level of talent and gifts that afforded him certain opportunities to be given to him because he was the son of the 4th Hokage and because he had the Nine-Tails fox instilled inside him. He got to train under Kakashi, who eventually became the 6th Hokage. He also had a diligent watching from the 3rd Hokage. He was able to be part of the Konoha 12. Like, he had a collection of powers and abilities and like just bloodline gifts that made it so that even if Naruto wasn't as talented as other ninjas and had to go a different way, there were things in place in order for him to succeed, not even counting him training with Jiraiya, not even counting him having extensive experience on the battlefield. However, and when you look at My Hero Academia, they really doubled down on that. Like, he wasn't born without power. He was born without powers. He absolutely could not have succeeded in this world as a hero the way he came. But because of his personality, because of what he believed, and because of what he did, saving Bakugo, he was gifted powers. And powers that, while he might not be able to control it, are extremely powerful and are extremely capable of achieving his goals for him if he's able to just go on the same path. Like, if we look at the main character Midoriya for My Hero Academia, like, if you take him as he got his powers his first day, and if you say let's put him on a traditional track through school so that he can try and succeed, he would have been maybe not the best hero, maybe not the number one hero, but he would have been a very good hero with the set of powers that he had. He would have eventually been able to control them, or at least been able to deal with the damage the powers do to him. I think that's a big difference between Black Clover and many other shonen is Asa's never getting magic. He's never going to unlock a special sword that lets him have his own form of demonic magic. Everything he does is going to be based on negating other people's attacks, taking advantage and using the powers of his allies, and just manipulating the demon energy as far as he can. Sure, he might be able to make slashes, he might be able to make blades, but he's never summoning birds, he's never flying through time, he still will never be able to fly in a broom, and because of that, he has to rely heavily on his friends in order to get around. And I think that is something that really will stick with people as the show goes on, because he is the protagonist who has to work hard no matter what. And I think the thing that solidified this for me, there's two moments that people talk about and think about when they're looking at Asa. The first is, of course, when he loses his arms. Spoilers alert. But he loses his arms, and he's thinking to himself, and you see him defy destiny. It says he will succeed under any circumstance. But I think the thing that frames the whole show for me and showed me on the show long before any of these other Black Clover apologists were out here saying this show was good shonen. I was out here and I saw this one moment. The one moment that sold me on it was during the episode, during the exams, the Wizard Night exams. Asa goes out to do his fight with Baha, or Sitsuki, whatever he wants to call himself. And Sitsuki mocks him, says, "Come on, let's do it. I'll live it up for the both of us." And Asa runs forward, takes his massive sword, slams him down, and just says, "I'm not here to play. I'm not here to joke around. I'm here to do that work, put it in, actually be on these streets, actually have a work ethic, actually be on the grind, not on that Drake grind, not on that rapper grind where you go to a couple shows, take a month off, and then maybe go to the studio and release an album in the next 2 years." No, he's on the grind, and he's making sure that these people know what he is capable of and what he is doing. He makes sure that no matter what, even if I don't even have magical powers, you are not going to look down on me. You are not going to make me feel less than, because I am Asta, and I've worked to get here, and I'll work to get everywhere else I want to go. And that, I think, is something that we need to learn to embrace, learn to live with ourselves and the people around us, and give them that same work ethic, and make sure that everybody lives up to what they need to live up to. Everybody does what they need to do. No one's earning anything without the work. But that's all for today. So, without further ado, I hit you with MetroMeta Exit. But with that, that is all the time we have today. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in to the MetroMeta podcast. As y'all know, I'm your host, the one, the only, MetroMeta. You can find me at Twitter and Instagram at MetroMeta26. And I'd like to encourage all of you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bar so you know whenever we here at 26 in Glencoe hit you up with our brand new hot off the presses content. Check out everything on the channel. There's a new Dust Off the Cartridge coming out. Should have come out by the time you guys hear this. There's a new Super Flow Bros that comes out. Check out some of our older content if you're really pining for some new Super Flow Bros. Check out my old Pokemon Go, Pokemon Let's Go podcast, because Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are right around the corner. So if you need to know exactly what Nintendo needs to do to make sure that this game is the best Pokemon game to ever grace the screens, make sure you check that out. So thankful for everything you guys have done for us, and you know what? Have a good day, and remember to work hard, and remember to keep things civil, and remember to rise above.